Hello and welcome. Right, today we're carrying on from last week's live where we are trying to get and recreate space ready for the new looped roller coaster that's coming in. So yes, going back that header, I am looking forward to getting that new roller coaster that's going to be released in the next couple of weeks. When I get it, will be a different matter, mind. But it is that big, it can only go in one place. So since the last live, let me spin you around. You are on a wireless thing now, so hopefully it will still be working okay. Obviously, we had a table and everything up here. That worked okay. But I've had to move the table into the corner, which means all of this will now go into the back corner once I've tiled all of the bits and pieces that need to be tiled. So this front table here is all going to be for the coaster. It is literally the length up to here, all the way across is the length of the new coaster, and it's ridiculously deep. But do I try and put a train track in? Where does the haunted house go? And that roller coaster I'm going to put against the back wall. And where does the Joker Manor go? So I'm going to need your help as we go along for this, because there is a lot of bits and pieces to move, lots of bits and pieces to do, and I want to try and get in as much as possible with regards to just sets and things like that. But do I up here have the smaller stuff on top? Do I put the base plates on the bottom? Do I put all the colourful bits and pieces in there? Don't forget there is that new truck that's available as well. Do I add the truck to this? And that's all as is. This physically can't go any further back than what it is because of the wheel. And then I'm thinking maybe the Jurassic Park gates actually go underneath here, and you've got the dinosaurs head facing out, and that'll be the pathway, or we can do it from the front. So basically, there's no other way but to move what we just started to do. But because I like it and it worked really well, I'm going to carry on tiling that this evening. And anybody that joins in with the chat this evening, bounce ideas around with what can go where. If you are watching this back, because a few of you did give some good ideas on the one after it went live, let me know where you think I should place the coaster. Do I have it lengthways? Because if I have it lengthways, it is exactly the same width to here, so it won't actually fit. Do I put it across the back length and then we can create a path around? Does the haunted house go right at the front? Does it push back again? Because don't forget the ceiling is slanted as well. This will stay as is, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to plonk it into the corner, and it's going to be a half and half dark ride and none. It's going to be a bit of a nightmare to find and see, but it is what it is. With that, is not much more that I can do with regards to placement of this, because like I said, the new roller coaster has to go here, and it's the only place it will go to because it is so tall. Now that is the only problem. So hopefully the camera's coming across clearly enough. It's quite cool because you can just ping you onto, put you on a phone. I can see some people in the chat, so I will come say hello to everybody now. Hello Chris, how Killian, Saturday Ave, how are we all? Welcome everybody. Hello. Let me just start typing. A few minutes, somewhere to be at 2. Not a problem. I have not a problem. So how is everybody? Is everybody all right? If you heard all of that stuff, let me know what goes where, and we can just basically crack on with the tiling and all of that sort of stuff, and then we can just get on with it really. But yeah, all good. Yeah, Chris, good. I'm glad you're all right. Yeah, it's only the second one I've done in absolutely ages. All of this has changed and chopped about and done stuff. So I'm going to move all of this about, but it should be a bit more of a productive live. So if people can't, interact with each other, I won't be sat there like I was last time, sort of just dribbling. I can basically just crack on with this and just figure out what's what. So the first plan of attack will be to actually tile. Let me get you back over. The first tile this. So all of this will be. We started to do this little here. So this is going to be your boat ride. That is going to stay exactly the same. And then we're going to come all the way around and we're going to build a queue line at the front. However, this now will have to go right into the far corner just because of the new coaster. And yes, that is my priority set. I want that set. When it happens is a different matter, but got to leave space for him. And then oh, good, Chris, good. Yeah, I've had a massive break away from everything as well. I think a lot of people have, but I think everybody wants to sort of just start tickling it a little bit and start cracking on with it all. And yeah, lost the will to live with a lot of stuff and a lot of people and blah 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 blah. And then I saw the new theme park truck set that they're going to release, and I was like, oh guys, really like that. And then what, like a week later, they announced that Loop roller coaster. So that coaster is going to take up a whole table, which means everything else basically has to move. We've got no choice. So what we started with last time, it's nice that we've got the boats and the Monkey Kid waterfall together. But like I said, I've just got to tile all of this. But I think everybody sort of lost the will to live with it a little bit. But hopefully we can all bounce off each other again now. Now Killian's back, everybody's back. Saturday Ad's back, Chris is back. Ginty will be about somewhere. Mr. Lego King again, he'll be about, so we can start bouncing ideas off. But what I will try and do is I will try and make this a weekly thing. So it's either Tuesday, Thursday, or Sunday it will be on. Potentially Thursday nights might be the easiest night for me, and we'll do it at 6:30 kickoff. 6 o'clock I think for live is just a little bit too early. But yeah, 6:30 to about 8. So we'll do it for about a 90-minute, and hopefully it will start building back up again, because some of the other videos have started to pick up. But yeah, I'm going to carry on with the tiling now. All I need you guys, if you are watching this back, obviously if you're here now, just have a good chit chat with yourselves. But if you are watching this back, then please let me know. Do I put a train track in? If I do, I need to lay the foundations for the track before I put anything else in, because I can get the new roller coaster. Let me show you. Let me just turn that down, because it's so hot up in this attic. I'm using it on a phone, and this phone is hot already. Right, let me spin you around. So where one of Killian's sig figs are, one of many technicians. So that is Mr. Let me just use my teeth to get him down. So where he is stood, where that water is just here, that is the end of the new coaster. So all of this here is going to be for the new coaster. Obviously the base plates will come up and whatever else. Now between that water and here, we have probably enough room for a path and a station. The track will be right on the edge, so that would be fine. And then what I can do is I can loop the track round, and then I can just snake it round the back. Or potentially what I can do is just have it as a horseshoe, so it comes just to here, and then we can just have a train somewhere on the track. Or I can try and get it from this corner and then try and finish it in the far corner, and then just put a train somewhere. So I don't know what you guys think. So let us know if you think it's worth having the train in. Obviously the train's not going to be powered up, it is just going to be stationary for photos and things. Or what I do is the train track might even be better off just going in a straight line, and then we just build a tunnel out the wall so it doesn't eat up into that much space, and then we can just have the train on the side. That, to be fair, actually might be the easiest thing. Don't like what we've done. A bit like what we've done over here. So it's a track to nowhere. So if we should have a track to nowhere, let me know, and I can put that in now, because I've got all the track and everything ready to go. Good that you guys are here. Chris, hopefully you're well, and if you do watch this back, keep us up to date with how you're getting on with work and everything like that. I bet you are absolutely ramsacked. Killian, I hope you've moved into your new place okay, and I hope everything's all tickety-boo. I don't know what the picture quality is like. Like I said, it's just on the phone and it's going through Wi-Fi, so it's a lot easier for me to move the bits and pieces around. But guys, hopefully everybody is fit, healthy, and well. I have a cat up here doing something somewhere. I'm going to drink that relatively quickly while it's cold, but I don't want to drink it too quick because I don't want to run out of it. Right, let's plug you back in, because you're not going to move for a couple of minutes. I can get you powered back up, which is great. Right, so no, that's all right, Killian, it's all good. You know, it's going to be mental when you move into your new place, isn't it? It's just, it is what it is. But let me get you. Can you guys see that all right? You can definitely see that all right, can't you? Carnage! There we go. So do we have the train to nowhere down there? I think actually what I might be able to do is I might be able to put you on. So We'll get the track in first. We'll get the water tiles in next, and we will go from there. Where can I put this? Where can I put you? Where do we reckon? Where do we reckon? Have a look. Let's have a look. That could work. Yeah, because I haven't got a permanent holder for you at the moment. So does that work? Are we good? Yeah, there we go. So Killian, the plan of attack is I started to do some bits and pieces last week. And now they've just released a new roller coaster. So I basically need to clear the first table, but I don't know whether it's worth putting in a track to nowhere first. So what I am tempted of doing is just putting this strip of track down in a straight line and then basically just cracking on and going from there. And it is biblically hot up in here. So I've got a full-on sweat, as you can fully well imagine. It's like a greenhouse up in here today. But I want to have a play at the track, and I also want to have a look at the. Yeah, I couldn't do it this Sunday, dude. So it's either going to be a Tuesday, Thursday, or a Sunday. I'll just keep flipping around between the days and just see who's free. If I can do it on a Sunday as well, I will do. But yeah, this Sunday was just a no-go. So I thought I'd give it a go. Give it a go today, and then just see how we're getting on. Right, can I bring you over, and can we just start from here? So we need some of these tiles. Yeah, so I'm going to tile basically all of this up, and then I've got all the other decorative pieces for this to build up, and then I'm going to put all the pirates and stuff up on the waterfall. So this is just going to take up basically 4 base plates, which is going to go in that far corner over there, Killian. And then I need to put some base plates down for this, tart that up, get the Jurassic Park gates built up, put that in there. Got to get the roller coaster to the back. Got to think where the placement's going to go for this haunted house as well. Not too sure where the best place is to put the haunted house, and again with the Joker Manor, not too sure where the best place is to put that. So, but yeah, it's there's plenty to do. I think there'll be people jumping in and jumping back out again, but hopefully everybody is good. But yeah, we'll see how we get on and how we go. I don't quite know what to try and do first, which is quite annoying because I don't know where to put you. I haven't actually got anything to stand you, which is quite annoying. Once we figure out where I can stand you, it'll get a lot easier. The phone's just too big to stand you where I was hoping you would stand, to be honest. That kind of works. Right. So I want to get this moved over, and probably put them to the back first, and then get that on. I want to get the Cantina ripped out. I want to get the Joker bit placed. I think maybe if I get those done first, and then I can get that camera back over, plug him back in, and I can just towel these on my lap. It's just going to be a little bit tricky to try and spin this around. It's just so big. Yeah, that's true, dude. I just need a mobile phone stand, literally, to be able to move all the bits and pieces around. That's the thing. I just need to shimmy about and get him moved around. But we can be nice and productive if everybody jumps in and jumps back out again. So we can see who's actually about. Excuse the hand. There we go, we're back. Because it's all touchscreen as well, it's very, very sensitive, which is really annoying. I might just hold you. That might be the only thing I can do. I can only place you in one bit. It doesn't quite work. But yeah, so I think the coaster needs to go across the back. That needs to come out. That needs to be placed. Think what we're going to do with the track and think what we're going to do with that. And then over the live, I can then think exactly how I am going to have you placed, because it is going to annoy me holding you all the time. Because that just is not going to work. With a bit of blue tack, we'll see. We will see. The Gotham will happen eventually. Star Wars has been binned off. That's all going to be sold, dude. I've had enough of that. It was just eating at my soul. I wanted a little bit of colour. But yeah, the Gotham got too complicated because I can't find any of the pieces. So I can get all the space for this. I've got the base plates for this. I've got the tiles for this. So we can crack on with this. And then where all Gotham and everything was, all the Star Wars stuff's basically been thrown over that on those 2 or 3 tables. Once all that's been sold, because it's all going, I can then carry on. Basically, what I want to carry on with is maybe do a merger with Marvel and maybe do a Marvel DC thing. Maybe. If not, it'll just be a full-blown Gotham. But there will. That's the city's not going to change. The city's still there. But yeah, the Star Wars stuff was just annoying me too much, and it just wasn't. It just didn't feel. It was one of those where I kind of wanted to really attack the theme park, and especially with this new roller coaster that's coming out, it was never gonna work or fit. So yeah, it was one of them where it's like, well, I probably shouldn't have done it, to be honest, but I thought I'll give it another go. But it's always easy enough to sell it, isn't it? Because those sorts of stuff are just silly popular with a lot of people, so I can give them a whirl and just. I tried, didn't like it, got over the fact I didn't like it, and now we are where we're at, ready for a looping coaster, which I am really looking forward to be honest. So that I know fits absolutely perfect across the back. So that can go there. Look all right on camera where that is. That looks all right, doesn't it? Yeah, it's all right, dude. It was I dropped the phone because it's touchscreen. It cut the camera off because it's all wireless now, so I can move it around. But you don't need I don't need a webcam. I can just do it through a mobile phone. However, the screen's a little bit too sensitive, so when you drop it. Yeah, fair enough, dude. I think everybody did the same thing at the same time. I'm not too sure why everybody went through that. But Mr. JD, how are we, sir? Is everything all right? Are we good? So yeah, that'll go there. I think that looks all right in that bit. What do we do? As there's a couple of you here, what do we do with the haunted house before I start tiling? Does the haunted house stay where it is, which is obviously that tall building there? Bearing in mind this pirate thing in front. It was just easier, Jay, because the GoPro is just too much of a hassle, and it's a free app you download, and you hook it up to the phone, and then you can just pick the phone up, and it uses front and back camera. So if I wanted to pick the phone up, I can then spin it around. So you're front facing at the moment, and then it's all right, but it's just trying to place it somewhere. But it's just going through the Wi-Fi, so we'll see how it works. Well, it can go anywhere, Killian, apart from this top table, basically. So yeah, everything that you see wasn't here. Your camera's up there, so everything that you see wasn't in that place last week. Yeah, it's not too bad. That's only the front-facing camera, so that's not too bad. I was worried that it wouldn't be as strong, so it's coming through clear enough. Yeah, so these boats, I mean, perfectly in the way, aren't I? There we go. So this boat here, this water ride, that's going right in the far corner, and it's going to go underneath half of that table where the fun ground ride is. Those two up there. And then I'm thinking the Jurassic Park gate would actually fill literally to the millimeter the side of those legs, so we can have the T-Rex looking through the Jurassic Park gates as a photo opportunity. So that'd look quite nice. So that's this table's basically here has gone. So where the Joker Manor is a free table, and then I've basically got this quarter of a table here where this is, but because of the height of the new coaster, even with it directly to the front of the table, you are literally skimming the roof because the thing's so tall, so it can't go anywhere else bar there. So where everything basically needs to be moved around this new roller coaster. That's how it is, I'm afraid, but it is what it is. But yeah, the haunted house, like I said, it can either stay there and it's front and center, and we can have the bits and pieces there. It can move further back. It won't fit. It wouldn't fit on the side where this track is, because it would overlap and it would probably end up falling off. No, I'm going to get it though, Killian. I've measured it. It's come with the dimensions, so I know exactly how big it is, and it's so tall it can physically only go on the one table because it just hits the roof. So the new one's not out yet, because it's weird because I started to do the going to go in. I've had enough of it. It's all going to get burnt and sold. That is gone, and gone. It's too grey, too boring. Just not. I tried. It was not fun enough. So we can move on. Cantina. I might keep the Cantina though, because I still might use that as the calf and have some Star Wars figures around it. But apart from that. But yeah, the new roller coaster, it's got the double loop in, isn't it? So there's a big coaster coming out in a couple of weeks. And then what I'll do is next time I go to Billund, I'll pick it up from the Lego shop in Billund duty free, and I'll get it more money knocked off than what I would do at the Smith's sale. I can speak to you about that after, Killian. I'll DM you after. It's whatever the blue one is, Jay, that says loop. That says loop on it. It's a big old thing. Oh, you went to your first Lego store. How was your experience, sir? How was your experience? So, Killian, you asked, have you got any idea of the haunted house where you want it, or shall we leave it there and just build around it? The only thing I'm not too sure of is where this Joker one's on the angle. Oh, amazing! Of course, you're going to Amsterdam, won't you? Well, next time you go over there, Killian, we'll have to go over and film it. I'd love to see what that looks like. Did you take any photos? If you did, send them over. 350. But if I got it from the Lego shop, I think it's 280 because you don't pay. You get 20% off. Well, it's literally, it had the big coaster physically can only go in one place, so it can only go on this table. But don't forget, if you've seen how the big loop is, it's got the long shaft, and then it's just got the two loops. So if anything went behind it, you can still actually see it. Whereas the red one's obviously a lot more blocky, and it blocks everything off. Whereas this one, it's not so bad. So you could put a smaller set behind it if need be. Like the carousel could potentially go behind, and it wouldn't look lost. And because we've got this gap down the side of this table here, yeah, that shaft, Jay, that tall shaft. If you've let me, I've got the measurements on here. Hang on, I've even got the tape measure. That's why it can only physically go in one place. Let me just grab. So it's their first ever release of their icon set. It's 36 inches tall. It's 13.5 inches depth, and it's 33.5 inches in girth. So in case you're wondering what I'm talking about, it is that, and that is a new one that I am looking forward to. But if you can see it, Killian, the shaft, Jay, is much higher than the bugle, I think. I'll get the measure out. So 36 incher. Hang on. So the bugle. The bugle's only 34. and that's with the figure at the top. So the bugle's 34. So if you think 36 inches, you can see the tape measure on the table. That's 3 foot, but that's at the front of the table. So it's will fit just with the depth of it. It will fit. It's almost perfect build for where this table is located to the angle of the roof. I think it will work. I think it will work okay. But yeah, it's a long old. He's got a long old shaft on him, but I think it would just be really nice. But how, so you can see how that is. I don't think it's going to matter what goes behind it. But yeah, this water one will go in the corner. But I need to, like I said, I need to tile that one up, which I will do. But if you want me to move, tempted to place the other stuff first, and then I can just carry on tiling, because I just want to tile it and put the water effects and everything in it, because I need to tile it here so I can reach it, and then I need to push it in the far corner before we do it, because I am going to open up the Jurassic Park gates, Jay. Yeah, it's a working shaft. Yeah, you can motorize it as well. There is a video out, so it goes all the way up. It goes round the loop really, really quickly, but you can motorize both coasters. So you can have, well, in fact, in all fairness, you can motorize everything, because a haunted house is a drop tower as well. So you could have that motorized with the door pinging open and coming back down, and people put all the light effects and stuff in there. Which one's that, dude? Or what ship are we talking about? Are we talking about the pirate ship? Or are we talking about the new coaster? Yeah, so guys, if you're watching this back, I know a lot of you did watch the last one back, which was massively appreciated. Let us know what you guys are thinking, because like I said, I just want to get things placed roughly. The new coaster physically can only go in one place. I have thought about making the top bit up there just more of a fun fairground fun land sort of thing, because that's 432. That table is exactly 4 32 by 32 base plates, so I could put that up there. Where you see that Star Wars box, that is going to get binned off and gone, so the Colosseum will drop down. But potentially I could move that Colosseum over and actually have the entrance to the park the width of the green unit if need be. So that's an option. What I will do is I want to leave, once this ship has moved and it's all been tiled, what I will do is then we will come up with a diorama of Simba Plays. How are we? How is everything? Are we okay? I will come up with a diorama with all the construction crew waiting for the new roller coaster to arrive. And like I said, I've got to get the Jurassic Park gates fitted in as well. The pirate ship is the ride is actually going to be based on the pirate ship ride from Billund. What I'll do, Killian, is I will send you the link to that now, so you know exactly what I'm talking about, because it's actually a dark ride. So I'm going to need Jay's help for this if he's still here, because that table that I put over there, that table was originally over here. So it was over this, and it was, you couldn't really see it. I put the waterfall in, put the boat thing in there, and then we're going to make it up with, I'm going to get a few of these guys and have them stood in there and basically have it as a working ride. Glad you're all right, Simba Plays. That's good. I'm glad you're fitting well. Ideas are welcome. Ideas are welcome. So I will, let me fire that over to you now, Killian, just so you know exactly what, because it's basically a dark pirate ride. Basically, that's how that works. And it's got a crocodile in it, which is a crocodile that I put a shark in there. It actually starts with a shark, so I put the shark in there, so that works. That looks like to be okay. Let me find it for you. Show direct. Colin, no, wrong one. Where are you? Where have you gone? Killian, there we go. Send and done, dude. So I've just sent you that. I've just sent you that over, so you can see what that is now. Yes, we are on the cheese table. Yeah, so this is all the cheese here. Yeah, that's it. Exactly that. Yeah, so the city's still in this. I'll give you a. Oh, I might as well just move the thing around. So let me. plug you out from the charger. Let me spin around to the back camera. See, fancy, fancy. So there's the cheese. The cheese is just on its table, looking sorry for itself. All of this needs to be sorted out and tidied up, which will happen. And then we are working on this. So a bit of a better look for this. This I want to create as the pirate ride in Billund, like I said. Hence why I've got the Easter egg of the shark in there. And I want to add in some of these as the actual ride. But what we have to do is add all the queue line and everything in. But I've added it in with the waterfall, because there is a waterfall in the ride in Billund. And I've put a load of these little Easter eggs in with all the pirate crew. But it's on 4 32 by 32 base plates. Now, this table was over this, and it was supposed to be a dark ride, and I was going to get Jay to help me LED all underneath the table. But literally 48 hours later, they said about the new roller coaster being released. So now this will be picked up and just launched in that corner, and then we can create a queue line coming in, and then where this ride finishes, potentially then the Jurassic Park gates can start, and then the photo opportunity will be at the front here. So that then leaves all of this space here. We've got 4 32 by 32 base plates of space just up there. I'm going to rip that track back up and just have basically a train to nowhere. I think that might be the easiest thing to do up there. And then we've got the back table as space as well. So ideas for anybody and everybody, please, and thanking you. The Joker Manor, I personally, hopefully you guys might agree, is actually having the Joker Manor side on, so you can actually see the back and the front, because the back of the Joker Manor I think is really, really good as well. So that would be nice. Yeah, Simba Plays. That's the plan. So the plan is with this one is to create the pirate ride here, and then there's also another plan to create like the castle roller coaster. So with a little bit of help from Mr. Lego King and a few other people, that might be a plan as well. So it's just difficult because they don't release the theme park rides from the park. They do them in the smaller Legoland ones, but that's not exactly what we're after. So let me go back through. Sorry. Yeah, so that is the plan. That's the plan, to try and make some of the parks. Brickbuilds, how are we? How is everything? Are we winning with life? Are we all good? Yeah, that's it, JC. Well, it kind of makes sense because it links in with all of that, and then it will link in with the city, and it's. But yeah, it just makes more sense, and it's it is what it is. And to be fair, it was either going to be full Star Wars museum and lose all of the theme park, which kind of didn't make any sense at all, or do it the other way around. And I personally think I'd enjoy this a lot more. And there's a lot more we can do with it with regards to colours of paths, how you put the queue lines in, and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, with the Cantina, we need to think where that's going to go as well. So there is a couple of different bits and pieces that we need to think of. Brick Bros, I'm glad you're okay. And Simba Plays, I like your idea of trying to recreate that sort of stuff. Now, I did say this in the last one, but in case you didn't see it, I will show you. We've got a little popcorn thing to make up and put in. I've got more of those for a diorama to do. I've got some road plates for the city, which they need to go in. We also have got a load of little 16 by 16 base plates that need to be done. We have got a hidden side graveyard that needs to be done. So that can go in front of the haunted house. This one I'm a little bit confused with. I've got a surf shack. And obviously it would make perfect sense as a swimwear shop, but I don't know how I could ever create a water ride. So any ideas, please let us know with regards to what, because I'd love a log flume, but I don't think Lego's ever going to release a log flume. And going back to Simba Plays idea, I think that would be a perfect Lego shop. We can just redesign that a little bit and just add that into the theme park somewhere, and we can put that in for that. And then I can't pick it up, but it's just down there, is brand new in the box, is the Jurassic Park gates. So that has all the figures and everything in there, which I'm looking forward to having out on display. So that would be good. Not a problem, Killian. That is absolutely fine. And allow brick builds. I'm glad you're sitting well. That is good. But yeah, so Jay, I just need to know where you think the cantina would work. And if we have it open, do I put it on top of the table and move and just have that as a cafe area? Or do I have that top of that table as all the bright colour stuff? Now that's a heck of an idea, Simba Plays, that is. Octan Motel. Yes, because I have got a lot of the Octan stuff. I suppose, though, the motel or hotel would have to go where the Star Wars Lego box would be, wouldn't it? Because technically it's not in the thing. Well, some of them are and some of them aren't. But if you did most of them, they're not actually in the theme park. Hand it round onto this green table here where I've got that. There it is, that fan. Don't you dare! Don't you dare! You can come and say hello, but you're not jumping up. So yeah, you can. That would be a good idea. Yeah, because when I run out of stuff to do for the theme park, then we can bounce to the city and back again. But going back to the Joker Manor before I get sidetracked, do I try and get that side on? Do we want to see the back of that so you can see the cart and coaster going all the way around, or shall we just keep him? Should we just keep him as is? And yes, I really do like that Octan idea. I don't know. Jay, it's a lot hotter than that up here, dude. I'm melting. I am so hot, but it is what it is, and we're having a good one this evening, which is good. So, yeah. So again, I know I keep recapping myself, but it's just in case people keep popping in. So a diorama will be made up with all these building people for the space of the construction for the new theme parks. We know not to do anything there. Cantina as a restaurant, I guess, would work because it's not technically a Lego land, so the cantina would work within the park for that. So that's fine. Octan Motel / hotel / accommodation would work, but I don't have to worry about the space inside. But if anybody's watching this back and you have an idea of what sets that you could do to actually make one of them easy, then obviously please do let us know. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Let me actually start doing something as you guys are there. So I will just rip this track up because I don't think with these ideas and things it's going to be viable having the track, even though it would have looked really nice for photos. I think if we just have the track up by the new coaster and then just come up with some sort of, because I've got all the train stuff here in this bag just down here. I picked all them up. So if we have this right at the edge and that goes further through, but yes, it is a tad on the warm side. So I can either have this Joker Manor side on, which I will get out of the way in a second. In fact, what I do is, because you're not actually plumbed in yet, let me spin you back round. God, this is getting hot. Because you've got all of this on the back, I suppose I can get there though, but look at this. If you've not seen it, looks like this. So you have all of this on the back of him, and you've got all the games and stuff to play. So you've got like the little Easter eggs with the piano, and there's a lot of stuff within. And then obviously he loops around and goes to the front. So I could keep him like that, and then we could have it where we've got where the cantina is. Would obviously have to move, and then where the cantina is would all be space. I'll have to then get the tape measure out and figure out exactly what's what with regards to how deep the new coaster goes, and then would have that for space, through there for space, and that table basically taken. And then does that stay as is, or does that go where the cantina goes? That is the next question for everybody. So yeah, please, answers on a postcard. spin you around, stick you back on the blue tack. Handy, handy, handy. There we go. Hopefully you're not going to fall over. You are going to fall over. Get it in. So I've got you wedged in blue tack and against the cheese, which is ideal. But yes, it's warm, it's toasty, but I'm glad people are dropping in and saying hello. It's really nice to speak to everybody. And Simba Plays really like that idea as well. Brick Rose, I'm glad you're fitting well. And Mr. JD, thank you for popping in. I know you've got 45 minutes until you got your live, haven't you? So yeah. Let me get the tape measure out and just find out how. Can you remember how much depth I said that thing was? I was organised. I've had it at the 13.5 deep. 13.5 deep. 13.5. So it is just under a base plate and a half deep, that new roller coaster. So we have got, so that actually would fit just like that with that there. And then we could create the track up, which would work. So that could be another good thing, which is grand. The only, I don't know. I mean, the only other thing, Joe, I can think of is two birds with one stone. Do we try and do like a Star Wars hotel and use the Cantina as a double up as a cafe and a thing, and it's powered by the Octan, so just for space. Because I've got, like I said, those little boxes that I showed you for the 3-in-1s, they're only tiny. They look much bigger in the boxes than what they actually are, so they are only dinky. So I was thinking of maybe having a little bit of food and things up here, and then just sort of sort this out, push that over to the. You can have them. You've got quite a bit of space on this table if you wanted it. That works well having them that close, and that would probably leave room for maybe the UFO, that 3-in-1 UFO one. Yeah, see, originally Simba Plays that we were going to do like a museum for all the Star Wars stuff, because what I've got, and which I'm looking at now, is I've got the TIE Fighter, I've got an X-Wing, I've got the Razor Quest, I've got the big block of cheese, I've got the Falcon, I've got a couple of transport bits and pieces, I've got an AT-AT, AT-ST and stuff, so there's a couple of different bits there. But the only thing is it's massive. But yeah, there is potential to sort of break it up and maybe do something slightly with it. We could have something dangling off the ceiling as well, because obviously now it's a theme park. That would work. I'm not too sure where that Cantina can go, but I think, to be honest, that works where it is. That Joker Man looks quite nice. It won't fit there because that's where that next one finishes. It's so depth-wise, it's fine. We've got a nice bit of space there. Potentially, the Cantina could open up and wrap around the haunted house. Potentially. And then I can have more bits and pieces up at the top. Mr. J. Dotwell, you're a legend. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, a lot of people just tend to, obviously, if they can't do it, they just watch it back. So it works out to be okay. But yeah, I think that, let me move you again. Simba Play. I do like that. This is a nice thing. So this, I keep showing this off, is what I'm going to be tiling. This is what I should have just started with. That's the little Easter egg with the shark for the pirate bit. That will have the haunted hidden sides queue line in front of it, so that'll be fine. But there is that amount of space. Now, because this is so tall, what I could do is push this push this back, and it could be like that. So it doesn't look too bad. And then there is still a path behind it, but I'm not 100% sure if it should be further forward. Now this will work because this is 432 by 32s. So we'll have all the bright coloured stuff up there. We can put all the balloon stands and stalls up there. That works nicely up there. If I had the bigger version of that as well, it would actually fit here. And what we could do is have some of these basically back to back. Obviously these would go down, so we could have that on there, half a base plate. So that would be basically the the footpath. Where are we there? So that'd be the footpath round, and then we can all have two of them back to back, or do whatever we want with that. You can have one there, have one off, have another ride there. So there's lots of stuff that we can do, and I've got all the base plates for that, so that's fine. And yeah, I think with the Jurassic Park gates, I've measured that up, that they actually kiss the top, and they are quite chunky, so they would fill that gap in, and then can put the T-Rex underneath. So that could potentially work quite well. Yeah, well, you're at the back camera, Jay. So if I had it, I guess if I had it at the front camera, would that be better? Probably not. So yeah, that's how it would be potentially. That's my hand, but yeah. Yeah, see, again, great ideas, Simmer Place, great ideas. Jay has got a massive, so Jay Toy Collections UK has a massive toy room, and he's got loads of Star Wars stuff dangling off his ceiling as well. So that's a fantastic idea with regards to all of that. So maybe, because we were going to have, if I can reach it, having like these battling off the ceiling, but I don't think that would work anymore. Is that Mr. Dan Who himself? Dan, how are we, sir? Thank you for all the hours and hours and hours of entertainment that you give myself, and especially Jay. You keep me entertained when you guys go live. Make sure you keep blocking him in the chat for me, though. He's getting a little bit gobby for my liking. So if you can just put a block on him, that would be absolutely fantastic. But yeah, Dan, it's just a massive Lego room, basically the equivalent of what Jay's got and yourself's got as your toy room collection. City over that side, theme park over this side, and yeah, just trying to actually have a tidy up and figure out what's what. Not dropped anything yet though. That is a first. Normally it does go crash, bang, and wallop, but just try and rip the track out and just see exactly what's what with regards to space. So yeah, we'll see what's what. But much appreciate you dropping by, Dan. I know you're getting ready for your live soon. So Dan's live is at 8 o'clock this evening. So we'll be off around that point, so you guys can pop over. And if you're watching this back, look in the live chat, click on Dan Who, and that'll take you straight over to his YouTube channel, which will be good. Yeah, it's hot. So I don't want you complaining in your live tonight, Dan, that you're hot in your room. It's about 1,000,000 degrees up in this attic. I am sweating my biscuits off currently. Jay, where am I putting this Cantina? Where's it going? Where is it going to go? Yeah, that's the only problem, Dan. It takes up a bit of room. Let me show you. So we have done, thanks to Jay's help, the bugle. Now I know it's mirrored and it's back to front. Jay's very kindly just said that. But what we've done is comes round, ignore this. We have put all the groundwork on, and then we did a murder display thing with regards to, you got Blade, the Punisher, and everybody within there. And then we've got a little Easter egg. Jay, you know the comic for this, don't you? So Spider-Man is hiding and dead underneath in the grave bit, but all of this is just being sort of smashed up. But yeah, we've got Mysterio coming out on the side. So you've got all the bits and pieces that I'm trying to build, but it just all needs to be put back together properly. So yeah, it's basically got some of the Marvel that you guys have got in your Legends collection, which is pretty cool. But yeah, Jay was a massive help with regards to this. So he helped us place all the all the different bits and pieces. But I have known Jay for ever. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, Jay's done some Easter eggs in there with regards to stuff, and we've got the zombie caps. You guys got your zombie cap, didn't you? So yeah, I've got an army of zombie caps. Some of them have fallen off the tables. I've got a couple of cats. So I need to pick them all back up. But this was all supposed to be a big tree work, and yeah, so it's getting there. It's getting there. But there is a bit more to do. We're going to do an end game display, and we are in the process of thinking about doing a DC thing as well. But like everything, it's time and pieces. But yeah, it's just on one IKEA table. So yeah, that bugle that works well with your figure, figures and everything as well. So yeah, Gotham will come, Killian. Don't worry, we will make a purpose-built Gotham. Now we've got that gap underneath the table, we can make like the sewers and everything a little bit easier as well. Yeah, I don't know why Craven's so expensive. It's just criminal, really. It's not exactly ideal with how much it is. Jay, you said something about the Cantina. Yeah, well, if the Cantina goes on, I can put him there for now, but he's not going to fit with the rides. All I've got to do is make it. Need like 18,000 pieces, but yes, it needs to be built and done, and it will be made. This is where it's all going to go wrong and go smash. Because oh no, you've hit the cheese. Have you hit the cheese? So that's the back end of the cheese. Cheese. That thing's far too big and all. Far too big. I mean, sort out my high-tech blue tack stand. Even that's starting to melt up here now. Oh, it is hot. Why did I decide to go live tonight? Of all nights. I know it would be a great idea. Why don't we go live on a scorching hot Thursday? Great idea. Yeah, so we'll get the Gotham done. It'll be good. But yeah, I can move the Cantina over. Unless I just try and put another table in, Jay, and have it as and have two tables side by side. Because the table that cheese is on, I could potentially put another table in. It's just a shame I don't think you can fit two tables side by side, because if I could fit another table on, I could put the Cantina behind these rides because it's lower, so you don't have to worry about the roof space. But I'm not 100% sure if it will fit. Yeah, that's the problem, Dan. I don't have the creativity skill. I just sort of can tile, and that's basically about it. I've got no skill when it comes to mocks and all that sort of stuff. I'd love doing the dioramas and things and trying to make it look all right, but when it comes to people with just loads of pieces, it's just never going to happen. Yeah, Joe, I know it's hotter tomorrow. I've just read what you've written. Yes, my lack of mock making mind. Oh, what I can do is I can just send you the pieces, Killian, and you can just post it back. I'm sure it won't smash. Yeah, I just get told what to do, Dan, basically. That's how this works. That is now warm. That is a warm watermelon. Lush. Oh, that coaster wasn't so big. It would have been a lot easier. All right, Cantina. Smashy. If this breaks, Jay, you're going to rebuild it. Oh, uh-oh. That's not gone well. Yeah, I can't pick that up, Jay. We're gonna have to slide in. Oh, I've got sweat coming down my shins. That is lush. Oh. All right, he's out. It's the bar from this is all right. He's not too bad. But I just don't know how we can incorporate that a little bit better, because obviously he does open up. He's got some length, hasn't he? He's girthy at the moment, but he does have some length. I'll pick you up in a second. Hang on. Man down. I'm coming. It's all right. I'm still here. I'm gonna bang your head, but you're all right. There we go. You're alive. You're alive. It's okay. Jay says that he's got a 6-incher and he keeps it a mint on card. So what he does, he takes a photo. And he's got all of his 6 inches out on the display. That's basically how it works. No, it's still here. Hang on. There we go. It's still ticking over. You are still going. It's just the phone. It was the phone that went. So yeah, don't worry yourselves. Right, this track needs to go away. That needs to go there. Right, so that's created a huge amount of room at the back. Can you guys see? Yeah. I'm lost. You like Jay's collection, or are you talking about you like the fact that it's crashed, or the fact it's moved? Not too sure what you're referring to on that one. Because if that went there, I don't know, Jay, if we can L-shape the cantina down by the haunted house and utilize it that way, maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's all right, Killian. Yeah, just catch him back up. Skip forward a little bit. Yeah. So that's a message on. I appreciate Dan popping in. It's really nice of him when he's trying to get ready. Yeah. So I really appreciate that. So we are. You here, Jay? So that's Killian. I don't know if you guys are behind or not. So that's the space that we just made with moving the cantina. But I'm not too sure if we could put the cantina down here and have the bar bit sticking out, and then we could have the path coming around and through. That potentially could work, because I quite like the fact this all being nice and colourful up at the top. I think that might work quite well. Yeah, I don't know if you heard what I said just then, but if you could tell Dan I appreciate him popping in, and obviously I know he's getting ready, so that was really cool of him. But yeah, that's a space. That's all taken to here, and then from basically the pizza van, we have that space. So do I move and bring the coaster over to close the space, and then we have basically 3/4 of a table to play with to make it a little bit easier, or do we not? I'm not too sure how you guys want to play it. The ideas that have been bounced around this evening have been good, which is nice. So simple plays, everybody's here. That's right. It's just the only thing with YouTube, you never know who's here unless people are typing. Because at the moment, it only says there's one person in, but there's 4 or 5 of you. So, yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, I just need to think of where that can, if we're gonna use the Cantina as the restaurant, which makes sense. There is, yeah. There's a lot of Turtles Lego. Yeah, it's just a city pizza van, look. And then it's got all the bits in. But what a lot of people tend to do is they take the wheels off and then they rebuild the front, and then it's just like one pizza big stall instead. But yes, there is quite a lot of Turtles Lego available, and you've got the sewers and all that sort of stuff. So yeah. So Simba, what do you think I should do? Do you reckon I should move the coaster? Am I stood in the wrong place again? Should I put the bring the coaster over closer to the Joker coaster so we've got all the coasters together, or do we keep them spread out and I fill in that gap with something? Do we fill the gap in, or do we keep it as is? Oh yeah, Simba. So the idea of what we do is that it's all your ideas. Look, so this whole city, I know we're getting a bit off track, but all of this with regards to placement and tiling, even all of this. So all of this that you see with the slime and the monsters and all of this was designed by everybody in the chat. So we used to go live quite a lot, but it all used to be done on Instagram. And now I've just started to do the lives over on here. So yeah, so all of this will get tidied back up again, and we got a couple of ideas to do, and then we've got to work on that top shelf, and I've got to sort out all of that. But yeah, all of this with regards to everything that you see, this was all done by everybody from the channel, which is really cool. So you can get the turtles, Jay. I don't know how much they are, but you can get them. You misclicked this. That's all right, dude. No problem. You can. That's okay. Not a problem, Simba Place. Not a problem. So what do you think I should do, guys? Do you reckon I should move the coaster over, or does it stay as is? Do we have like a roller coaster land? You know I'm pushing you back on the blue tack, so that is what is currently occurring. So if I was to... Oh, you can pick them up cheap enough. Oh, Jay's and Dan, obviously Dan's gone now, is a massive Turtles fan with regards to the figures and things. So yeah, there's a lot there. But yeah, there's a lot of sets, Jay. There is a lot of sets, but yeah, we could have an Easter egg and put some of them by that van, or somebody could try and make up a mock van. Because these tables are off by a millimeter, it's really difficult to move. So if I had this over, does that look better? Yeah, exactly, Joe. Yeah, that is the plan. Yeah, you absolutely nailed it on the head. That's going to be another live eventually, where we're going to do like a minifigure placement with regards to who goes what. Because I want to put a load of CMFs in the actual carriages, because these all have working carriages that come around. Look, so you would have them in this. And you could do all sorts, and again, you could do all sorts with that one as well. I think that visually, did that look okay? Does that look all right? You lost me on that one, Killian. You've lost me on that one. But I have found loads and loads of minifigures, so I've got bags and bags and bags of them down here, which I'm actually going to tease you with and show you on a different day. But yeah, I have got loads and loads. which is good. Yeah, the Easter egg Unikitty is just chilling out underneath the tree. So that one's just there. Yeah, I think Killian, because the other one's gappy and it's just girthy. Oh, you're tipping. Because it's just girthy, I think we might be all right to get away with it. But if not, I can move it over. But doing this, it gives us 3/4 of a table to play with, so it's just a little bit easier to see for space. Yeah, it's just ideas, guys, for whatever. I really like Simba Play's idea of the Octan Hotel Motel. I think that's a really smart touch that we need to do. Cantina as the bar will work well. Mr. Lego Kings comes with a fantastic idea for like a castle theme, because there's a couple of different bits and pieces out or coming out or whatever. And if we basically can put a track around something like this, that would look really, really nice. Yeah, so what we're going to do, Simba, is we've got the haunted house here. And in front of the haunted house, we will put in the hidden size graveyard. So that'll go in front of the haunted house, which is just there. And then we can have like a haunted house section, exactly the same as what they've got at, again, Billand, where they've got like the nice queue line and things. And that ride's actually very similar to the one they got in Billand, which is a drop tower. So it's that's quite nice. So yeah, we can incorporate that, because it just happens to be the queue line, or should I say the horror sides, the hidden sides. That's the back of it. So you'd have like a little bit of a graveyard. You've got the skeleton. You've got the little zombie. You've got the tree. So that will go in front of the haunted house. That would then get tiled in front, which we could do with a bit like how we've done the Ghostbusters, and we can have some collecting minifigures across the front. You know, because I've got like just random figures at the moment dotted around. So you've got the special edition Joker that's just lying around there. I've got a couple of the video people that can just be chilling out and doing whatever. No, Killian, I've not got that one. The only Harry Potter set I own is the Diagonal Alley. There we go. Came to me in the end. Yes, I've got the alley for that one. And yeah, that's not finished or nowhere near being finished at all. But yeah, let me move this over, and we get a bit of a better understanding of space. Now, obviously, I can't flip them the other way because of just how deep this one is, but it isn't directly behind it. So I think Killian, what I'm trying to visualize is that when you were to take a photo of the new roller coaster and you take the photo through the loop, you would be able to see coaster on the back written through the loop as you take the photo. That is the plan. Yeah, I've got the ports, but that with anything on that. But yeah, the big Hogwarts is there. But what's your idea? What are you thinking? Yeah, so Simba, that's a good idea with regards to the haunted house. So that's in. We've got the haunted houses in, done and nailed, which is great. If anybody's saying about an Ninjago section, that's actually to the right of the laptop. I've got the city, the gardens, and the docks as a thing, and I also have Apocalypseburg, which is this, which was going to be used as the calf. But now what I might do with this is actually incorporate that with this. And I could also maybe extend this across onto the table, but that's just another issue at a different time. I think that'll be fine. We'll cross that bridge when it comes. You don't know if you're falling. You might be falling. Yeah, that's the thing. The broken bridge would actually fit exactly over there. because the only thing that I can put there instead is actually a car show. So I've actually put 4 or 5 speed champion cars over there. Oh no, yeah, so that's all right. Yeah, it's still there. That's not been sold or anything, dude. That is going to be used for the Gotham. So yeah, that's fine. Yeah, see, another idea, Simba Plays, was I was actually going to do. I've got a load of the architecture sets, and originally I used a table, put all the architecture sets down, and made the architecture sets as a mini land. So we had all that tiled. And beside that, we actually had the Colosseum, and the Colosseum just looked like it was a major thing. So it looked like it was a mini land for the minifigures. But yeah, the Colosseum, when that Star Wars box goes, obviously you can drop that down. That's such an impressive set there, and we can put a load of figures around the outside and everything. But yeah, I do like that Colosseum. I think it's one of those that photos really well. It's really big, but I think it's a really nice display piece. I don't really collect those sorts of things. Anything I try and collect, I want to try and utilize it with regards to putting into a city or doing basically what we're doing now, where we make it more of a diorama. But it was just too nice to pass up on. But yeah, we got that one. Yeah, Jay, the Spider-Man bridge would go where those cars are if it wouldn't work. Let me carry on just moving this over. I push that so it is one base plate like that. I think that looks all right. That looks okay. Forget the water that's there. Let me show you. Let me just show you spacing, because we can put some shops and stuff out of that. So that water is just the size of the plate. So that works well. And then what we can do is we can have a couple more of those plates there, and we can tile it in the green, purple, and pink, and have like a Joker land. And if we can find some more Joker sets, we can put them in that part of the table that's white, and then this part of the table would just be neutral colors. So now we have all of this space free. So that means, can we get this Colosseum down? Sorry, the Colosseum. Can we get the Cantina open and down and wrap around here? Or do we push the haunted house as far back as it will go? So do we, for example, push this, because obviously don't forget this opens, doesn't it? So if you've not seen the inside of this is what this looks like. Such a beautiful set. So it's got all the hidden Easter eggs in here for everything. Does this still light up? Can't even remember how you put where the button is for it. There's a button somewhere. It's been that long. But yeah, that should light up, which is really nice thing. And then you've got everything else in there. So yeah, where's the light brick? I can't see it. No, it's a hit. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, that's the little Easter eggs and hidden gems that are in there. But this could potentially go to there, and that's as far as it would go. And then you'd have to build a path around the outside, because that hits the roof. So that won't work. That will have to come further forward, which is a bit of a shame. Let me spin you back round. Spin you back round, plug you back in, and I will read all the comments. Oh no! You might have gone, but don't worry, you will come back. I think we're live again. I think we're live again. I think. Yes. We're live. Right, hang on. Yeah, you don't like it, you know, so you don't like that one, Killian, do you? You don't like the Colosseum. I think it's a really nice set. And yes, it's that big, you can sit in it. So let me go back through everything. Yeah, it's just become enjoyable again, Jay. I think it's just one of them. But I think the coaster looks smart, and I think actually, I didn't notice, but you can actually see the back of the Joker Manor from the camera, can't you? So that works really well. So you can see the back and then the front if I move over. So that's spot on. Get the six pack out. You can get your big 1-pack out, Joe, if you want to. But yeah, it's toasty. So I do apologise with the forehead shine. Just a total use of Optimum Prime. Yeah, there is that option. So Jay's been bouncing ideas around about the Prime because I'm a big Transformers fan. And we were saying about putting Prime standing over the modulars and basically having like a battle and a fight, but he hasn't got anybody else to fight. So you could potentially, you're moving, aren't you? You could potentially have him in there. That could work quite well. Yeah, it's just figuring out exactly what would work with what, really. That might work a bit better. Yeah, I really like the look of that Prime. I think the Prime works well. Yeah, I think that the light brick's fine. I just can't remember where the button is, Killian. That's all. I don't know where the switch is for him. So that's not exactly helpful, but it's been that long since I've opened him up. Right, so I quite like the front of these two, and I think we can do some really nice things with regards to the tiling of the purple, pink, and green. So I need you guys to start thinking of pattern designs, what colours would work, how we would do the colours for outside the Joker Manor, and it would be probably the equivalent of 4 of these for tiles, and then we could add a little bit of a queue in, and then go from there. So I think that would work nicely. Right, you're up there. I'm going to get the Cantina down and see if I can wrap the Cantina around the base, and then potentially I actually might get some tiling done. But if I don't. So that has that. I think we've got no choice but to either have that. I mean, it can go. Actually, to be honest, this would fit anywhere in that aisle, but obviously then it's going to completely tower over potentially the coaster, which doesn't matter. But if it got brought forward, it obviously then means anything that's behind it you're not going to see, unless we did some Easter eggs for it. Cantina. I'm guessing we want the Cantina open, guys and girls, yeah? So can I just have... I can just have him open as a length. It takes up so much space. Yeah, it needs a bit of a shuffle, but that might fit. That we could do something with that. I've done 2 little water tiles just before we started, and that's about it. But we have at least we've done something. At least we've done something. But I have got these water tiles in front. Now you're in the right place. I can actually tile these, and then we can get this moved over. It's only this bit really 2 tile, and then I can add in all like the wedges and things, and then we can do that. But yeah, I've opened them up. With regards to the shaft, Jay, of the actual cantina, do you want it out that way, or do you want it angled across, or do you want it that way? So if you're looking directly at the bar, do you want the curve in front of the camera, or do you want it going over like it's a floppy to the left? But yeah, hour and 21 in, I've just started to put some of these down. Absolutely marvellous. But Killian, you are about everywhere. You've got your sig fig. I've got all 6 or 7 of you or whatever it is. So you'll be walking around trying to find what goes where. No, I like the Cantina where it is. Sorry, I like the Joker where it is. The front of that, I know that's just going to look really tidy. And get this tile, get that moved over. It'll be good. Obviously, I'll try and do some more tiling off the live and come back on. And the other thing we've not even spoken about is, has anybody thought of that new Forester set? Does anybody want to spend the money to get that? Because the giveaway purchase has obviously started with their 90th year of play. We've not even mentioned that. We're an hour and 22 minutes in. I've just got a message from Lego King. So if anybody can send him a message back, because he sent me a voicemail. I can't listen to it, but maybe we can send him a message just to let him know that we're live. That'll be good. No, I think it's gone all right so far today. What time are we now? We are 5 to 8. So yeah, I'll cut it off at hour and a half mark. So I'll shut shop at just after 8 o'clock maybe. I'm on. What are you on, dude? I'm lost. I don't understand what you're on. You're gonna have to fill me in with that one. Fill me in. I don't know what you are on. Might take it up to actually to 8:30, so it'll be 2 hours in. Gives me a little bit more to do. I am borderline passing out with heat up here, but we're still soldiering on. It's a toasty. I've not mentioned it yet. It is quite warm. Oh, yeah, happy with progress. Happy with progress. Oh, sorry, dude. Okay, we do. And I am not that I'm trying not to put these tiles in, but if we're keeping that stuff there, I'll put that with it because you can sell the popcorn up at the top. So that'd be another little thing that can stay there. That'd be a nice little touch. So that'll be fine. That'll work well. And now I can actually get to that box. This is the set that I said about putting underneath the table. So I have got that needs to be sorted, which we can add add to the theme park, which would be good. And I've just come across that, as you do. You can use a train road to make a small Jurassic World roller coaster. What you mean, like just have a little bit of the actual train track by the gates, or do you mean try and pick up some more track? Because these gates are obviously at the Universal, so that's because I was thinking of having the gates as almost like their photo opportunity, you know, when the gates are just slightly open and the dinosaur's head's just pointing through. So I was going to put them just underneath the table. But yeah, we could definitely put something in front of it. That would look really smart. If we could actually, Simba Plays, you are on fire today. If we could actually put something with regards to here, so we'll get that up there. We'll get that up there. Get them out of the way. So we say this surfboard, of all the things, is where the gates are. What we could do is we could do something with regards to a train, and it can just come up across the table and then just back down again if you wanted it to. So we could actually make a custom thing for that area, because I think the gates are exactly the height. I'm not too sure about the width, but we do have the height on there. Jay, that's what I mean about your tip. You need to let me know which way you want your tip showing, and this we'll sort this out in a separate live, and we'll put all the base plates down, and we'll just have that as a really bright, colourful bit. Ideally, we want the 3-in-1 UFO set in there, and we probably want the giveaway purchase set that's just come out, and the new truck could go in there. So that would be a nice little almost play area for all of that. Was amazing. Yeah, I'm in about 3/4 of the way through it, Jay. 3/4 of the way through. Falling. Plonking you back on, pushing you in. Starting to get this nailed now. It's starting to work. But I've just jinxed that, and you can't now see anything. But never mind. Hopefully that'll hold. Hopefully that'll hold. All right, dude, no problem. I won't be on here too much long. Yeah, that's a good point. Simba Plays. We'll try and get the figure that's got the milk. That'd be a good one. Yeah. I don't drink anyway, so I've got obviously the figures that come at the bar. I don't think it'd be alcohol they drink anyway, is it? Because they're not technically on Earth. So I think Jay and Killian will know all of that. That's well over my head. But Jay, enjoy the 6-inch. Pass it on to Dan. I appreciate him, and I'll when this finishes, I'll watch his on catch up. I'll watch it over the evening, which should be nice. But yeah, so we can do something funky with the Jurassic Park gates. Nothing, Killian, nothing. We're just Simba Plays come up with a good idea with regards to the gates. Jay says he likes his Stranger Things set. And then Simba Plays was saying about using a train road to make a small Jurassic Park World roller coaster. So maybe we could put the track outside the front of the gates, with the gate slightly open, with the dinosaur out, have a little bit of track in front of it, and make a custom car, and then put a queue line beside it, maybe. Because my plan is to get to Legoland Germany this year. Now, Legoland Germany has the biggest parts place, period. And you can buy all the roller coaster track, you can buy base plates and everything, and it just goes by weight. So I can pick up some track if we wanted to make like more of a custom track. So that could potentially work nicely. yeah, just bouncing ideas around, Killian. Just bouncing ideas around, which is good. But yeah, we know that Joker thing is going to definitely stay there because it looks nice on the camera because you can now see the back and I can see the front. So I've never really been able to see that at the same time because it's always been back to the wall and you miss everything. And I have got the yellow steps that go up and all the figures that come with that set are actually in the set at the back. So that's ideal. I'm just going to carry on tiling all of this, and then this will take obviously a little while to do. But if I can get this bit moved ready for the next live, maybe next Thursday, and then what we can try and do is start tiling outside the front of the Joker Manor. I will make sure I've got the purples, pinks and greens and yellows ready, and we can try and come up with some nice pattern. I know there's a Joker World set, isn't there, that never sold very, very well. So potentially over a longer period of time, might try and pick that up maybe. If not, I won't. But yeah, it's just all ideas. All ideas. It's just nice to do this again, really. But I will show you what this looks like in a minute. And you can see exactly what's occurring and what's going on. But I'm just staggering all the water so it looks like it's moving all over the place, which is nice and ideal. Because, like I said, I want these guys here going round the ride. So yeah, we can get them on there, and yeah, there's just anything else that you guys can think of. So obviously, again, I keep saying that for people that's watching us back. This will be a really nice thing to make up with regards to. I've got all the brown for dirt. I've got a lot of white. Obviously, I've got all the tans and things from the Star Wars stuff that we didn't use, which we can utilize for path colors and just making a diorama construction thing. Really, that would work. That would work well. And then we can obviously still use the exact colors of the Cantina, how we were going to, because that was only 2 of those, wasn't it? So it's just 2. I think it's their 16 by 16 to 2 of them, and that would be fine. Yeah, and we're still going to, and the good thing is that we still have space to expand. So we do think of any of the smaller things that we can add in there. It would do the trick. And then with regards to Simba Plays' idea of a hotel motel for the Octan, Killian, you are the man when it comes to sets. Have you got any idea how or what sets you would need with regards to that? Making an on-site Octan hotel. Yeah, again, you could add in. You could actually add that in at the top. So we could add that in up here and just make like a small thing. It doesn't have to be big. It just needs to be on basically a 3-in-1 creator size base, because they are really detailed, but they take up no room whatsoever. Those 3-in-1 sets. Yeah, they're especially like those buildings. They don't eat into much space at all. So yeah, a little daycare thing would work. But yeah, we can move on to the tiles and bits and pieces that way. And then basically where you guys can see the track, I was thinking of maybe having a train just in a straight line. Now, if not, we can just rip the train tracks up. It's not an issue at all. But we have got basically, as you can see it, so where Killian's figure is stood here on the water, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. 21 studs width, and then it's 21 studs width, and it's 32, so it'd be 64 studs long, which is obviously 2 base plates of space in a straight line from the roller coaster. So what is long and thin that can go here? Potentially we might have to put a load of shops there, which could work for the daycare. Might have to put some custom mocks there instead. No, I've not got either, dude. Obviously the Disney train would have been the perfect solution to put there. I've got the Winter Village station and train, but that won't work. But obviously the Harry Potter one or the Disney one would work because of Orlando and Universal and Disney World. So yeah, both of those would work quite well. But yeah, but that's if we put the train there. We don't have to put the train there. We could just use those tracks like Simba Play said, and have it in front of the gates, and then make. To be fair, I have got an idea, Simba Plays, Killian. I have got an idea. You know the Top Gear launch coaster that they have over in the States, where basically it starts off as a straight and it launches you up a curve and it just goes up vertically and then it just comes back down on itself. If I move out the way, we've got the width, that would be perfect, and we can vertically go up the wall. Would that work? Obviously it would need coaster track, not the actual train track, but we could make a custom launch coaster for in front of the gates, so the gates could be the queue line theming with the T-Rex behind it, and then we just get a couple of pieces of coaster, goes up the wall, and then it just comes down in a straight line. So what do you two guys think of that? What do we think? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you can pick them up second-hand, Killian, really all right. So I think that'd be easy. I think that would be easy enough to do Simba Plays as well. That's just coming from your idea. But instead of using the train, well, we could potentially use the train track because it would just be up like that. That's basically what it is, isn't it? Because it comes up and then it just comes around and finishes at the bottom. But you're not going to be able to bend the track enough. That's the only thing. So I mean, we could have it like that, and then try and make a custom bit here, and then it's just straight again. Or we do it with the track, and because the track's so skinny, you could probably do it because I think there's a what ones are there? So if anybody is watching this back and you are a theme park nut, you've got the Top Thrill Dragster where it launches off, it comes up vertically and it comes over like a rainbow and it comes back down. We don't want to do that one. We want to do like the Superman version where there's 2 of them and they shoot off up and then they come back. They come back on themselves. So, and that, if I can get the track, that would be easy. I think that would be just easy to do because you could just build the supports up simply enough and it'll go straight up the wall and it will just start at the bottom and then you just have 2 running cars. And because obviously it's the Jurassic Park, I don't even know where the box is. We could try and have like a red and yellow track side by side, because obviously the red, it would be available from this, and the yellow should be available from the new set that's coming out, and you can have 2 tracks racing each other. Or if we only did the 1 track, do we have alternating colors? So it's red, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow. Just to keep it really simple. And with the space that's there, it's 16 studs wide width. And we could just build the queue line in. So I'll show you. I'm doing anything possible not to tile tonight. It's just because my hands are sweaty. It's a bit hard to hold on to them. So let me show you, guys and girls. So we're going to have to obviously think of a name for it. But if the gates are facing forward, so facing that way, this is where the track is. So the track would be this width. It just goes up the wall vertically, and then it just curves back down on itself. So that's fine, which means this table doesn't have to move. And then all we would do is we would build the queue line to it behind that leg. So obviously that would be tiled. That would be tiles. It would work well. And then we can just get the queue line joining in to over this bit. And then the photo would be basically from there. And you would just have the backing of the gates. So I think that would work okay. I think. Yeah, I think that would work all right. Different anyway, isn't it? Different, and that's just a take on Simba Plays idea, which is what all these lives are about, but it's also making it as easy as possible. Let me see, Lego King, how are we? Welcome. No, it's all right, you're here now, so don't worry. Oh, we've done lots of productive stuff, Mr. King. Lots of productive stuff. Making space for the new coaster. Trying to do everything possible to avoid tiling. Talking about where the Jurassic Park gates are going to go. Come up with a new launch coaster for that as well, which is perfect. The Joker Manor is in, so you can see the back of that. So we can put a load of figures in. The coaster is now moved and in, so that's spot on. The haunted house needs a bit of TLC. All of this needs to be moved, but it's got to be moved once the tiles are down. And I'm doing everything possible not to tile tonight, as it's about 375 degrees. Lost your wallet. That's not exactly ideal. That's not ideal. But yeah, Jay was in before, Lego King. There's been a couple of people dropping in and back out again. Who was in right at the start? Let me go all the way back up to the top. So Saturday Av was in before, and Chris Howell was in before. So yeah, we've had, and Dan Hu was in as well. So we've had all sorts of people in, which is nice. But we'll be on until about 8:30, dude. So we're on for about another 15 minutes. Had your haircut? Good effort. Good effort. Yeah, I think I'm gonna move some bits and pieces at the top first before I carry on tiling, because like I said, it's a bit hot. It's a bit hot. So that's that. So we've got the ticket office for this one. That needs to be built for that. The candy floss thing is obviously for that one. The carousel, it needs a bit of TLC, surprisingly enough, which is annoying. But that ticket office balloon near the ticket office, so that would look nice enough. But I think up here, I think we could get the new truck and the UFO 3-in-1. I think that would look nice up here. It's all bright, vibrant, and lovely. And I think that would work nice as a smaller area. And then we'll just figure out how they get from top to bottom. That'd be we'll worry about that. It could be a magic lift or something that we need to add in and do. But yeah, there's stuff, and then we've got the all the sets down there. That can live with that. Really like the idea of that from Simba Plays. That is a cracking idea. Just need to measure up everything before these go into the back. So that's fitty. So we actually will have. It's a shame Jay's not here, because Jay had an idea with the cars from the Jurassic Park set. Yeah, see, do you mean a tour guide through the Jurassic Park bit Simba plays, or through the actual main, the main park? Because that obviously comes down to this. If we can get the track going all the way through and have the train on, and we just have 2 platforms, it would just be an A to B train. We could have because what we will do is, once all these have basically been placed and I've put all the plates down, what we do is we will have like a minifigure diorama scene evening. So what we could do is, Simba Plays, if you think of where you would want a tour guide thing happening with regards to the figures, we can then place them in the park and have them as a tour guide with like the photos and stuff, with the tour guide leading. And then you can think of what CMF figure you want to be either taking the tour guide. I could use your sig fig. If you've got your own sig fig, you could be the tour guide if you want to, because that is Mr. King's sig fig. He's now Mr. Chicken, and Killian is undercover with his big bushy beard. So this is actually Killian. Jay has the Thor body because he's tubby, so he's got the Thor beer belly. And then dotted around in here, I got Saturday Avenue's sig fig sent down from Canada, so he's in there. And I got Cowboy Dave's sig fig over by the Spider-Man scene. So Mr. Lego King's sig fig will be the tour guide. So Chicken King, there we go. So double whammy for you, Mr. King. You're on double duty. Not only are you your sig fig hidden about, but you're going to be the tour guide. Okay, so when it comes to that point of doing that, Simba, we will use this figure as the tour guide, and then just let me know how many figures you want in your tour guide group and who you would like in your tour guide group, basically. And then we can create a scene somewhere within the theme park. And then, because these guys are crazy at sort of coming up with really good ideas, because that's how we've got over here. So with the Marvel display stuff, they all came up with all of these. So you've got just these sort of displays. Obviously, there's the bits that cover this have fallen down through the gap, so I need to pick them back up because I've been moving all of these around. But we've got like Spider-Gwen and Miles, and he's catching Cowboy Dave. And obviously that's not supposed to be there. You got my sig fig there being about to get eaten. And then we showed that before about how we got like the more the violent stuff with blades and everything. And then we've got the zombie caps and stuff. So yeah, when it comes to that point, we can really attack all of that, and that'd be really good. So yeah, looking forward to getting that bit done. I'll probably be able to start that next Thursday, because I'll have this bit moved. We're all going to hit the ceiling again. I'll have that bit moved and done. Got this blue tack, it's melted beyond melted, and then we can just get on with the tiling of out the front of the Joker mare, which would be good. Yeah, we could hide somewhere there. We could do some bits and pieces. Yeah, wherever we can put some little hidden Easter eggs in. Absolutely. Right, so we've got 10 minutes left, and I am off. So, big question then: do we try and put in a train track or not? I think that's one thing. I'm not sure with the angles of the track it'll work. You're falling over again. So a monorail, like Mr. King said, might be a little bit better. As a recap, that is all going to go green, pink, and purple, which we'll do that next Thursday, I think. I will get this moved before next Thursday, so you won't have to worry about anything smashing. Then we'll see exactly the space that we've got, and I'll tile it basically around the outside with those brown tiles, the exact dimensions of the coaster, so we can't eat into that space. Then we've got to figure out, does this come forward to here and then here, which would be absolutely, come on, absolutely fine. Oh, it's difficult to pull. So that would be like so. And doing that, what goes in that space behind, because that's obviously quite a big space. We have the cantina to think about. It's just a little bit annoying that the cantina is there. It doesn't matter that it looks swallowed, because obviously it's beside a roller coaster, so it's not supposed to be massive. But ideally, what it wants to be. Now, saying that, the smaller stuff should be at the back because of the roof height, but and the taller stuff does go at the front. I mean, it could go literally there. That's just like that, and we could just tile that. So this bit here is just the tan, and then it goes into this. So that could go there. I'll let Jay know that that is at what, hour and 52, so I can message him. And then that's that bit up at the top, which I think that looks all right up there. But that's 432 by 32s up at the top. And yeah, that's going to be over 432 by 32s as well, because obviously all the theme park stuff is big, isn't it? So that's the only thing. They are larger. They are larger sets. All right, Killian, take it easy. Yeah, I'm going in literally 5 minutes. So thanks for popping in, Killian. Really appreciate that. It's nice to catch back up with you again, dudes. Nice to catch back up. Yeah, the roller coaster tracks for the for the Jurassic Park ride, Simba. Yeah, we'll do that. But I just wondered what we can do with regards to these tracks, and if we have a train going around the theme park. But I don't think we're going to be able to be honest. So I think what we've got planned for the Jurassic Park gates will look amazing. I just hope, and we will have plenty of space for expansion as well, because they don't release massive sets all the time. And obviously the new coaster is going to be nearly a table, which means the one that will come out like next year or in a year and a half will just be a tall thing on a base plate again, or it'll be like a swinging ship or something like that. So yeah, we can try and get those in. But yeah, it's just sort of thinking what can go what and what can go where. So it's all good fun. All good fun. Right, guys, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop now, because the next thing I need to do, it will just start moving a load of stuff, and it's just going to take a load of time. So anybody that has been in this chat this evening, thank you, because it's been a blast with all of you guys tonight. The last 2 hours have absolutely flown through. Your ideas have been brilliant. We figured out that the blue tack works fine, so there's a little bit of hit and miss at the start. Love the ideas for the Jurassic Park gates. I will maybe build them up myself. If not, I might ask somebody else to build them up. I'll get this moved ready for next week. I would imagine the next live I do would be next Thursday. So I will do this next Thursday, get that moved, get that in the corner. That'll be this all freed up. And then we can actually have a proper look at the haunted house and just figure out exactly what's what. But guys, thank you. I'll let you all say goodbye to each other. And then, yeah, there's some really good ideas tonight. Like I said, we'll get the tiling done and everything outside the front of the Joker Manor. We've got the diorama to make with all of the construction crew, which I've got plenty of just underneath this table. So I can do all of that with the brown bit, which I actually might do with you guys first next week or on the next live. The space will be there. I'll have it measured out. I'll tile everything just as a single strip around the outside. Basically make a border and then get the diorama made for that, so we don't go into that space. But guys, thank you as always, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy, everybody. Bye bye.